Peace, love, and light, Facebook. This is Divine Priestess. I am still on my cleanse, and I have 2 days left, but I'm not going to talk about my cleanse until those 2 days are up, which will be the end of Sunday. I decided to talk a little bit about sacred sexuality while it's fresh within me, to bring out some things dealing with the divine feminine within the women. I'm not disincluding the brothers, but it's a lot of things the sisters have to learn about self and learn how to do a lot of things before the brothers can even before I can even get to the brothers. That's the point that I'm trying to make right now. And first of all, I want to say that sex is the all. And I know some of us, we hear this a lot lately. Sex is the all, blah, 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 Sex is the all. If it wasn't, how would I be here? How would you be here? So there's nothing nasty about it, like we've been taught. It's nothing that we should be ashamed of. It's nothing that we should hide. It's just been dirtied up. And the sad part about a lot of us are ashamed of ourselves. We are ashamed to talk about sex. It's a cringing subject. People get to cringing up when you're talking about sex. Oh my gosh, she's talking about sex. And this is not how it used to be. It's only that way now because we've been programmed to think other things. And the reason why we've been programmed to think other things is because it's something else they want to keep us from it. First of all, some of us know that this is how we ascend. And our sexual energies are very powerful if they're directed properly. So we've been taught, one, that sex is just for one thing and one thing only. And what is that? Procreation, just to bring forth life. That's not true. Some people consider that to be the bottom of the barrel, which is their reason for sex. And I don't know, or I wouldn't say that it's the bottom of the barrel. Because we have to bring forth life, so us bringing forth life is very important because I'm here and you here and so forth. So that's just one of the reasons for sex. It's to procreate and continue to keep bringing forth life. But there are other reasons too, and I named one of them, which is to ascend. It's for ascension, for us to rise up, to raise our vibrations, you know what I'm saying? And the other one, I think this is something that a lot of people would love, and it's to actually help us to connect with the opposite sex, another being, and it's nothing filthy about it, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's for us to take advantage of and hop from one person to another. No, I'm not going to promote that. No, I will not, because I don't agree to it. And that's not what we did. And that's not what I'm going to do. That's why it's considered sacred. So it helps you connect to another person. And it's not about just jumping in bed with somebody. And no, there's nothing sacred about that. It's not about going from one person to the next. There's nothing sacred about that. You can't get to know a person unless you know them intimately. And that's what sex does. It helps you to connect with that other person on a different level. And I'm talking about as in you sit. This is a technique that I was given. And before there is an actual intercourse, you have to actually learn how to relate with one another. And if they're sitting together and meditating, face each other, being able to look into each other's eyes, there's this technique where if you look into the mirror, and if you look in it long enough in the dark, you will start to see yourself fade, like you're disappearing. The same thing will happen with another being. If you look, it's like looking directly into them. This is how you become one with another person. And it's supposed to make sex just that much great, just that much awesome, just that much blissful. And a lot of us have never experienced this blissfulness because we just hop into bed with somebody. We're not trying to get to know them. We're just looking for what some call on a bust a nut. It's just the truth. It is what it is. That's what people do. They're not looking to connect with others. They're not looking to get close with others. They're just looking to get off. And that's not the purpose of sex. It's to really connect totally with that person. And when you connect with that person, you don't even have to be in the same living room with them. You don't have to be in the same household with them. Your significant other could leave the house, the country, the state, and you will always feel them within you. So that's one of the purpose of sex. You know, we taking in each other. That's how we take in one another. It's taking in their energies. That's why I say be careful of who you deal with. You know, make sure you know a person fully before you get involved with them intimately, because you may not want what they have. So that's just one technique, and I'm not finna go full engage in that right here because I didn't want to make the video long. Just want to give you guys a little bit. So also going from that, I want to talk a little bit about women first. And a lot of women have a problem with orgasms. And I found out why. It's because we have so much damage that's been done to us by society, our parents, and all the things that we've been taught. So we don't know our body. And if you don't know your body, you cannot properly have an orgasm. Okay, so what? Some of us may have had one here and one there. I'm talking about multiple orgasms. And there's been studies that says that a lot of women have not had multiple orgasms. And that reason is because that woman does not truly know herself. She has not truly worked within, and she is holding a whole lot within herself. She's not comfortable in her own body. She's not comfortable with how she looks, and she has been disconnected from the divine. And the only way we can get that bliss is to connect with the divine. So that means it's a lot of work that has to do with self. Learning how to love yourself within and learning how to love yourself without. That's how you're going to reach that blissful state. And once you connect with someone that you really love, then you will be able to experience that bliss and those multiple orgasms. Now that I'm on orgasms, because again, I'm skipping a little bit, but I'm going to always come back eventually in another video. Orgasms. Orgasms help us to ascend too. That's another thing. And with them, a lot of us don't even know how to deal with them. We think we're supposed to just have them, and that's it. And it's this wonderful feeling that just lasts for a few seconds. That's not the case. An orgasm is supposed to be so blissful to the point where you can feel it for 30 minutes to an hour or even longer. It just feels that good. And the reason why we don't know, and a lot of us never had them, is because once again, we are out of touch with a lot of things. And even once we get to that point where we can start to feel that bliss, we need to learn how to direct that energy when we have that orgasm. I actually found out that when we have an orgasm, it leaves the body. It comes from the body and it leaves the body. And it's kind of like slow death, really, because you're releasing energy. You're letting go of energy, which is why when you hear some people after they have sex, they are tired, they're going to sleep, because you just drained yourself sexually. So what we need to learn how to do is to know how to direct that energy. That energy is supposed to actually stay within. So we have to learn how to direct that energy to make sure it stays within us, not leave us, because when it leaves us, we're losing life force. We want that to stay inside. And if we can keep it inside, that's how we feel that bliss for a very long time, versus releasing the energy and then we're tired and we're drained and all we want to do is go to sleep. So the thing is to learn how to take that energy and keep it within. It's a breathing technique, and there's a lot of things that's breathing, that deals with breathing, learning how to breathe a certain way. And when you are having sex with your partner, you have to learn how to know, which a lot of us know when we're getting ready to have that orgasm. So when you feel it coming, you have to breathe a certain way. And as you breathe a certain way, it's going to take more than one time to get used to this. When you breathe a certain way, it allows that energy to stay within versus you losing it. So, and what this energy does, once we learn how to keep this energy within versus allowing it to leave us, it helps us ascend faster. So sex is more than what we have been taught. And this is a subject that I will talk about a lot. And reason being because I think we all need to learn more about this and learn more about the power and the PUSSY. Yes, I know that sounds nasty to some people, but it's really not. There's nothing nasty about my body. There's nothing ugly about my body. So we need to learn how to get used to what we have, love what we have, because if you don't, what do you think you're going to get? You're going to get nothing, and you're going to get more frustration. You're going to get more drain. A lot of things are going to constantly work against you. And we need to be working with the universe, working with the divine in order for things to get better for us. Get comfortable in your own skin, especially women, because a lot of us are not comfortable in our own skin because we've been taught to hide ourselves. We've been taught that if you dress a certain way, you're considered to be a whore. No, you're not. It's you being comfortable in your skin. It's not our fault that some men take how women dress and say that they're looking for attention. Now, don't get me wrong. Some women are looking for attention, and that's how they feed. They feed off other people's energy about getting that attention. But not all women are like that. Some women dress the way they dress because they are comfortable in their skin and they know they are beautiful. So that's how they express themselves. So we all need to get to that point where we are comfortable in our own skin and we can truly love ourselves within as well as without. Our vessel is just as much important as our spirit. And when you neglect that, you neglect the spirit because they both go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So the purpose is to love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror every day. If it's something you feel you want to work on that you don't like about yourself, you change it. But you don't change it because some man wants you to change it, or someone else said, oh, your butt is too flat, you're too big, you're too skinny, your breast's too big, you're too small, whatever. You figure out what's best for you and you do what's best for you. And once you do that, the mother will come closer to you. She will start to present herself to you. Once you can look in the mirror at yourself and be happy with what you see and know just how beautiful you are, everybody will see it without. They will see this glow, they will see this lights. You won't care what others think because you know how you feel about yourself. This deals with sexuality. It deals with you being comfortable in your own skin. And we can't leave that comfortability within somebody else because we still lose ourselves. And the purpose is to get closer to the mother. And the mother is about sex because she knows what sex is. So, as for that, I'm going to stop right now. I will make another video really soon after this one to go back into some routines to be able to connect to your mate and to be able to talk a little bit more about breathing techniques and so forth. So I'm going to leave it right here. And also I will come back with a video finishing up on my cleanse and letting you guys know how that went. And on that note, much love, light, happiness, harmony, and much balance. Peace.